Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om, I bow to the Lord Vasudeva. Joy to you, friends. Today I'm going to read you two slokas from the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 57 and 58. He who, under all circumstances, is without attachment, and is neither elated by goodness nor depressed by evil, is a man of established wisdom. When the yogi, like a tortoise withdrawing its head and limbs into its shell, is able to withdraw his energy from the objects of sense perception, he becomes established in wisdom. Now, this world is a mixture of good and evil. As Babaji said to Sri Yukteswar at the Kumbh Mela in Yogananda's autobiography of a yogi, he said this world is a mixture of sand and sugar. Be like the wise ant and take the sugar but leave the sand. So it is that in everything there is good and evil. And many people think that they are on the side of God if they hate evil and are very firm in their judgments. Leave judgment to God. When you see somebody who's bad, don't be with him. This is a very important thing that I haven't talked about very much. To choose your company wisely. To love everybody, yes, but at the same time mix with those who have the qualities you want to achieve. To love everybody doesn't mean to express love to everybody, and that's the point that I wanted to make. Because some people won't understand, and they'll just take advantage of you. Let it be an inward thing. It's difficult when you really feel love pouring from your heart. It's hard not to show it toward everybody, but you must understand their state of consciousness and respect that state. Respect them for who they are. But when you're not touched by good or evil, let them be what they will be, but you are completely secure in yourself. It's a very good thing to do to help to protect you from wrong vibrations. Several things. One is, before you go to bed at night, join your hands in front and behind your back, making sort of weaving, as it were, a circle of light around your body. And then say, Om Tat Sat, and feel that you're being protected by spirit. And then when you go to bed, then as write on your pillow with your finger, Om. Do that 3 times so that you feel that you're sleeping in God. This is one thing. Another thing is to meditate and feel the vibrations of your heart and feel harmonious. Have nothing but harmonious vibrations there. Get rid of all disharmony. Just throw it into the fire and consumed in the fire of non-attachment. And emanate good vibrations outward. And then wherever you go, feel that you are surrounded by those vibrations, that you are emanating those vibrations in all directions. There are 2 modes of the mind. One is the receiving mode. The other is the giving mode. That's why wherever you eat or absorbing vibrations of others, protect yourself against harmful vibrations. Be with people who are spiritual bodyguards. Try to keep your vibrations in the heart harmonious and send harmonious vibrations everywhere around you. You can go into the worst places if you keep that aura of light around you and feel that you're giving from that. But if you go, for example, into worldly places and are in an absorbing mode, then you can take into yourself much wrong magnetism and so on. Don't go to nightclubs and places where people are drinking and thinking base thoughts. Stay away from such places. Stay away from people whose minds are confused and darkened by evil desires. Don't mix with such people. Be with people as much as you can. This is why colonies Well, what Yogananda used to talk about was world brotherhood colonies. These are communities of people who gather for a particular purpose. People who love God should mix with others who love God. And so in our Ananda communities, we have places where everybody who comes is somebody who wants God. It's a wonderful way of life. You're surrounded by good people, and they help to inspire you. They help to inspire you to rise. And when you're in the company of such people, if you make mistakes, as everybody does from time to time, in the normal village, people will leap on you, gossip against you. Oh, did you see him? Did you see him? Trying to pretend that they therefore are good because they're pointing out you're evil. That doesn't happen in communities like Ananda, where people want to help you. And if you make mistakes, they figure, well, we all make mistakes, but they try to help you. And if you lose your job, they try to help you to get a new job, something that will benefit you financially and even spiritually. But always you will find yourself surrounded by friends. This is the best bodyguard you could have. It's so nice to be with people who love the same things you love. And if that love is an uplifting kind of thing, then I recommend this way of life to everybody who has any desire for God. You could be living in Timbuktu or Australia or wherever you live. Think about joining one of our Ananda communities. We have them in America, we have them in Italy, we have them in India, and I would like to see them spread all over the world. Yogananda said that this ideal way of living will spread like wildfire. When the depression really hits people and they find they have nothing else, when you can go out and grow your own food, buy a little land, live with others of like mind, you will find that this is such a wonderful way to be surrounded by people who are idealistic, to be surrounded by those who love God. I am so grateful for these communities. I'm the founder, yes, but I'm very grateful that God gave me the inspiration, the power, and whatever it was that made these communities possible. And so it is that we must learn to be even-minded all the time, not to hate evil. You will draw to yourself what you hate. Not to hate, not to love goodness for its own sake, because then you will only be drawn to a lower level, which still has ego in it. But to realize that the only real good is turning people toward God. And so if you live with people who are like that, you will find that all is going to take you in an upward direction. Then Krishna says, and this is one of the teachings of yoga, you know that when the energy withdraws from the senses become dull. That's why in deep sleep, you don't hear things. If somebody wants to wake you, you may have to shake you before you wake up and realize that you're being shaken. The energy withdraws from the senses. So the more the breath itself becomes calm, the more you can withdraw your energy from the senses, the less they will be able to touch you and affect you. Be like the wise tortoise. Draw into yourself at the least sign of danger, and the world will no longer be able to influence you for either good or bad. Joy to you.